beautiful friends, my beautiful pumpkins, welcome to this reading. I am so hyper today. Let me just tell you, it is my birthday today. If you are watching this, not on Patreon, Patreon got this early or will get this early, but if you're watching this on the day that it airs, Friday, May 14th, it is my 30th birthday. Yes, she is in the middle of her Saturn return. And I thought to myself, what reading, if it is going to air on my birthday, would I want to bring the collective? And I'm in like a very big celebratory mood. My brain is half in vacation mode. And I was like, I want to know what good things are coming for all of my beautiful pumpkins. What is the next thing you're going to be celebrating? What is something maybe even comforting that you need right now from your guides? And so that's the information we're going to be tapping into today. That's the energy we're vibing in. So, this is going to be pile number 1, this is going to be 2, and this is going to be 3. 1 has a clear quartz that's a little bit smaller on top. The middle is a peacock ore, and pile number 3 has another piece of clear quartz. This one I've actually been carrying on my person a lot lately, so kind of a special crystal to me. You can go ahead and make a selection. See, I'm so hyper, I'm like forgetting to breathe when I'm talking. I will put the timestamps down below for you. If you need help deciding, make sure you take some time to meditate with the cards. I will give you that time. And I hope you all have an excellent, fantastic, magical day. I know that I will be. So I'm going to go ahead and be quiet and give you some time to choose from the cards. All right, pile number 1, I have put your oracle cards on top of all of those tarot cards that we got. And I'm so excited. We got a fat stack of cards for you. We are going to be looking at what we are celebrating, and I'm stoked. So if you chose a clear quartz, I always like to remind everybody that whatever the crystal is that you chose, kind of what it's about, in case you feel like you need to get some in your life. I do not have a crystal shop or anything to advertise for you. I actually get most of my crystals local, or they've been like sent to me in packages from like PR or something. But I shouldn't say PR. That makes it sound so official. When I've done subscriptions in the past, sometimes I would get cool crystals, but with this clear quartz is great. To me, it is most people's, not everyone's, but most people's introductory crystal. If you're not familiar with any kind of crystal stuff, clear quartz is a crystal that can stand in for any of them. So you can set like intentions with them, carry them around for protection. They can cleanse other crystals. They're pretty great. So that is what we have for you there. I'm going to go ahead and put this up here for us so we can see it. And let's go ahead and get into the tarot cards first, and then we'll look at the oracle cards. So right off the bat, we have the Knight of Swords for you. We have the Emperor. We have Death. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh. And we also have the Three of Swords. So, being that this reading has a very positive intention focused on it, I love doing readings like this, not because I think we shouldn't get into our shadow and do that work. Y'all know that I am about that on this channel. In fact, most of my readings, I would say, are a little bit more centered on like growth of each individual person. But I feel like when we have cards like the Three of Swords that pop out in readings that have a positive focus, to me, I just want to say right off the bat, with the Three of Swords, I feel like if something has hurt you, this is something that has already happened. This isn't something that is coming towards you now. This is just reminding us that you have been through a lot. And the good things that are coming to you is Many of you, I think, are about to possibly be starting some kind of a business, or you're getting a new job that is going to pay better. Maybe there's better benefits involved. It gives you more time with your home and family, or with yourself and your own self-care. Many of you might have a bunny familiar in your life. Like you might have a familiar is like an animal that often will like stick by your side and also heals you as an individual. It's an animal that usually is like one that you see very often, or you may even have like a pet bunny that is just really close to you, but not other members of your family. And I don't know why that's coming out so strong, but some of y'all, you might actually have a bunny familiar. So the reason I think this is very career focused in a good way is that the Emperor is all about us running the show, running our life, being the boss. And the Queen of Pentacles is also about running an enterprise, but also doing so and making time for yourself, having self-care, being like very grounded in your approach to whatever you are into. Let me refocus this camera really quick so we can get a little bit of a clearer shot of these cards. Okay. So I do feel like many of you might be starting some kind of new business endeavor. Now, if you're somebody that's like, nope, the self-employed life is not for me, I don't want to be into that. I also feel that this could be like, if we're not looking at work, but we have the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles together, many of you could just be getting your life more in order. And this is something to celebrate, because I think that many of you have felt like there's a lot of disorganization, maybe discontent with somebody else in your house, a roommate or a significant other or a family member, or maybe even a sibling. And I feel that for many of you, this is actually going to be clearing up, and you're going to have a stronger connection with that person than before. Or better yet, this person, like you potentially are going to be moving out. Or they are going to be moving out. And you know if this is like about you or it's not. This isn't like, oh my gosh, you're in the best, most committed relationship and your significant other just decides to leave tomorrow. This is not the energy that we're working with. So just pay attention to that. I also feel that some of you might be planning a travel trip, like something to do with travel, because the Knight of Swords talks to us about air travel. So this is going to be like by plane, or if you're not going by plane right now, it could just be like a farther like road trip than maybe you've normally done. But I feel like travel is definitely something that's coming up for you, pile number one. And with death, this to me is also rebirthing as a person, starting a new chapter of your life that is more in alignment with the person that you want to be and what you want to have. And the Queen of Pentacles, I also need to point out, those of you that have been concerned about money, the Queen of Pentacles is one of like, I'm going to say maybe 5 cards in the entire tarot deck, maybe one of 4 cards. No, I would say 5. There's 5 cards I can think of that talk about money, and there's more than 5, but to me there are 5 that really stand out and talk about money and you not having to worry about the abundance. So if you've been concerned about money, I feel like there's new money going to be coming in. You're going to be in better alignment coming up with the flow of money. And if you have launched a business, this is your sign that it is about to pick up. Maybe you haven't really made a lot of sales, or you haven't been getting a lot of business or a lot of traction on your creative endeavors, but within, I'm going to say, the next couple of months or less, you should be gaining some attention on that, especially. Now, my readings are always timeless, but if you're watching this when this video is new, we have Jupiter, and I keep talking about this because it's a really important transit. We have Jupiter moving into the sign of Pisces in tropical astrology, and when that happens, this is like favored fortune, and I just got the chills when I said that, so some of you might be feeling it too. This is like favored fortune. And Jupiter is our planet of expansion, of luck, of growth. But going into a sign like Pisces, where things are more like ethereal and dreamy, and to me, it really boosts our ability to manifest things into the physical reality a little bit faster, especially during Taurus season, which we're currently in. Like I said, if you're watching this when this video is live, we're in Taurus season where our finances and material gain is being highlighted. So having Jupiter moving into Pisces during this Taurus season is a beautiful time to manifest material goods. So let's go ahead and get into the oracle cards for you. Oh, what did I just say? We also have abundance for you. And we have imagination. So I feel like many of you are going to also be coming up with new ideas on how you could make abundance. I don't know if any of you are familiar with like millionaire morning routines. If any of you have ever gotten roped into those videos, you know, you fall down a YouTube rabbit hole and all of a sudden you're watching like videos about stuff that you never would have thought of. Like it's like 3 clicks down the hole and all of a sudden you're watching a possum give birth and you're like, how did I get here? I feel like many of you maybe have seen videos like this though. I know possums giving birth and millionaire morning routines, not the same thing, but I feel like for many of you, your imagination is being highlighted with how abundance can come into your life because you used to have this idea that like, oh, I have to go to school, I have to get this kind of job, I have to make this much money, and this is how I'm going to do it. But the reason you're becoming more in alignment with abundance and that is on its way to you is because you're actually allowing more ways for it to access you. You're allowing yourself to think in new and creative ways. I mean, the Knight of Swords is all about our mental intellect. And with death, this is like an old paradigm or an old chapter of our life falling away and us starting something new. So I feel like you're allowing yourself now, and that's really what it's about. It's the allowance, allowing yourself to actually think that good things can happen for you and that you are deserving of these good things. And the reason I brought up the millionaire morning routine is because I've seen some of these videos myself. They're interesting. Okay. We're fascinated by this ish. And something that I have noted from multiple people when they like try to replicate these morning routines is they'll say that a lot of people that are millionaires will start their morning by asking themselves to come up with anywhere between like 10 and 50 new ideas of how to make money or to like create something new. And even if all of the ideas suck except for one, that's all you need is one new idea. So this might be something that you want to implement into your life is like 10 new ideas every morning, and do it fresh in the morning, like right with your morning coffee, because that is when your mind is going to be the freshest to be open to new concepts instead of late in the evening when you're tired and your brain is just kind of on autopilot. So abundance definitely coming your way. I feel like you might get reignited by your art or your creative process if you're into making music, into painting, into any kind of art medium, as well as like I said, making music. Many of you, your imagination is about to get an upgrade and you're going to be a lot more passionate about creating. I feel like many of you have maybe been in this 3 of Swords energy and you're going to be moving away from that and into a time where you're feeling really more in your power and ready to create things again from a place of just loving the process. So we also have for you Golden Healer Quartz, which says open the door. I feel like this is just like a very straight to the point message. Open the door. That's all you have to do is maybe a door in your life has closed, but it's time now for the next door to open. Maybe you've been sitting in this like void space waiting for something to happen, and suddenly the door starts to creak open. And now I feel like coming to you next, pile number 1, is that door is going to be wide open and ready for you to step through. I just got the chills again. We have for you the card of new life. So for some of you, this is not for everybody. Those of you that have been looking to get pregnant, this is a strong indicator of new life coming to you. And again, we're moving into this favored transit coming up. I don't know how long it lasts. I know it happens on the 13th. So when you see this on YouTube, it's already happened. Like we're in it. But you're going to be blessed with literally the life of a child if that's something you've been wanting. Now, if you're not somebody who's wanting that, and that's not where you're at, this is also, as we talked about, you getting into the next phase of life. Now, we have number 39 here, which condenses to a 12, which condenses to a 3. So some of you also might be life path 3s, I'm hearing, which is the life of the creative. Also, hello, family. I'm also a life path 3. Nice to meet you if you are. We also have number 41 and number 2. 41 condenses to a 5. So I don't know why life path numbers are coming to me right now, but you could be a life path 2 or a life path 5. And we also have for you yin with, again, number 2. Some of you also might be seeing the numbers 222, like that might be a significant angel number for you. And this is just a reminder. Your guides want you to know that when you see those synchronicity numbers, 1111, 222, 333, or 1414, or like you see that repeating number, no matter what it is, everybody I feel like kind of has one that's more specific to them. But when you see that, that is a sign that your guides are trying to tell you, hey, pay attention. This is the door we want you to walk through. This is the door that's waiting for you to open it. So pay attention to those repeating numbers. Now, I did pull some romance oracle cards as well. I don't use these cards very frequently. Many of you know on this channel, we don't often deal in romance readings, but I felt like because we wanted to look at good things coming, and I know not everybody, but a lot of y'all's are looking for that. So I wanted to give a little bit of a romance oracle for those of you that, and this could be if you're in a relationship or you're not, but we have for you engagement. So some of you, I will not lie to you, during this kind of transit that we have happening, I would say that engagements are very likely. This is like, if any of you listen to like Marin Altman, this is what is considered like cute shit in astrology. This is what is considered like a very cute transit. And so engagements are definitely more likely to happen because it would give you an expansion on this next area of life with someone else. Ooh, I also just got the message from Spirit that this Queen of Pentacles and this Emperor up here, this could be you and your significant other starting a new chapter together, you know, bringing in a child or getting engaged or getting married. We also have for you free yourself. And we have for you retreat. So I also feel like, again, we talked about travel already for you, pile number 1, but I feel like you could be planning a retreat with your significant other and maybe you're going to be getting engaged. Maybe you're going to be getting a ring upgrade. That's funny too, because for my 30th birthday, that's what I told my spouse that I wanted. And he did upgrade me for my 30th birthday. So some of you might be also receiving that. But it's a time for you to disconnect with your significant other. If you've been going through like rocky waters with your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fiance, it's time for you to plan a retreat, even if it's local, for the two of you just to kind of get away from the noise right now. And that's something that's going to be coming up for you. And with free yourself, it says it's time to take back control of your life. I feel like that's kind of the energy I've been getting over this whole reading, is you're stepping into something brand new that's going to feel more suited and better for you. And then I have 2 last cards for you, pile number 1. We have the card of generosity, which says sow seeds of kindness. Love that. We love a generous moment. And then we have serenity, value quiet days with only the rustling leaves breaking the silence. So I also feel like as you get into your creative process, this isn't a time that you're stepping into that's going to be loud and boisterous. This is a time like, don't get me wrong, I understand that like celebrating and like good shit that's coming, it can get really loud sometimes if we start including more and more people. But I feel that for many of you, this is going to be an internal celebration. This is going to be a time where you're like, man, I wrote that, or I drew that, or I created that, or I made this. And you're going to feel proud of your work and stop letting your inner critic overthrow every single thought in your mind. So pile number 1, that is what I have for you coming up. I am so excited for you. I love you so much. Please do not forget, when you stand up in your own authenticity, you empower everyone around you to do the same. Follow me on Instagram for new moon horoscopes. They're already out for this month. Patreon, if you want exclusive readings that you can't get anywhere else. I upload at least 4 of them a month, and you get early access to all of my pick-a-cards. And there's some other things there as well, so check that out. Link is in the description. My podcast, which is on a small hiatus until after this month. And I think that's everything. All fun links down below. Cards as well. If you would like to tip me for this reading, it is never an expectation, but always appreciated. I have my Cashapp, Venmo, PayPal listed down below for you. And that is all I got for you. I love you so much, pumpkin, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. All right, pile number 2. If you chose this pile, you would have chosen the peacock ore. And I always like to kind of talk about these a little bit before we get going. But I also did put all of your oracle cards on top. That's why this pile looks different now. But peacock ore, I've actually had this crystal come to me at like the perfect time in my life when I really needed it. And peacock ore actually is all about recognizing that good things are in your life. Like if you're having a really hard time seeing the good in any, and I'm not talking about like toxic positivity and like smoothing things over to like put everything in a like heart-shaped box with a bow. You know, sometimes we need to feel through things, and I will always advocate for that. But if we're just having a hard time and we feel very pessimistic about life, period, and we don't see any of the good ever, this is a great crystal or a great stone to have on your person that can help you to remember the good things that are available and the good things that are around you or the good people that are around you. So might be one that you'd want to be interested in snagging for yourself. I'm going to put that up here just so we can see it. And let's go ahead and see what the cards have in store for you, my beautiful friend. So we have for you right off the bat, the Chariot. I love this card. We have for you the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 4 of Swords. Ooh, I love this. Okay. Let me just reposition this a little bit. Okay. I just want to make sure we could see the cards really well. So, pile number 2, this makes me so happy. First of all, I want to point out to you, look at all the yellow in this reading. Yellow is the color that corresponds to our solar plexus chakra, and this is where the personal power that we carry comes from. This is also where we manifest to me into the physical reality from the solar plexus. Solar plexus deals with our ability to manifest abundance, our ability to manifest. I mean, obviously having all of your chakras in alignment is going to help you manifest your desires easier. But I feel personally that the solar plexus is often where a lot of people get caught up in their manifestation not coming through. Like, notice when you think about something in your life and you're excited about it, if there's something, like if you think about a desire, if you harbor guilt at the top of your stomach, or like you feel like your stomach is like, ugh, like that usually is an indication that your solar plexus is a little off balance. Sometimes you'll feel it in your root chakra too. If you've been sitting in survival mode, your survival mode instincts will kick in. But I'll speak from my own personal experience. I feel that the solar plexus really contributes to manifesting. And I feel that for you, something great that's coming is your solar plexus is going to be rebalanced. You're going to be feeling like more things are possible for you than ever before. And the beautiful thing about this is if any of you have been trying to manifest a home or a move, it's coming. And I say that because the 4 of Wands is all about a home, celebrating at home, moving to a new house, and having that stable structure around you. And I feel that because we have it paired with the 4 of Swords, many of you maybe have thought that like getting a home was going to be really hard, or you would have to put in like so much hard work and effort to get to that point. But what Spirit is saying is that this is going to be easy. This is going to be such an easy thing for you to have and to let it be easy. Now, this doesn't mean that you're like buying a home. I mean, if that's where you're at in life right now, then yeah, that is what it's going to be. But this could be moving house to somewhere that feels safer for you. This could be maybe even getting upgrades to your home that you already love. And I feel that for a lot of you, though, it will be a move just because the Chariot is about moving. So I do feel that many of you, if you've been wanting to move, this is something that's coming. And if you've put in an offer on a home and it feels like you're not going to be getting it, or a lease or something like that, Spirit is also saying that you will win, and you will win in the end, and you will get the lease or the homeowner agreements, because the 5 of Swords is winning at all costs. And that means that somebody else is not going to get that lease, but you will. So I feel like, especially if this has to do with something like that, if there are other applicants that you're up against, then this is a good indication that you're going to be getting the home. And with the Knight of Pentacles, this means that your offer was good, like what you brought to the table in this meeting about this home, no matter what kind of home situation it is. This is like you brought a good offer to the table and they liked that. So if it's not about a home for you, you're still living at home or wherever you're currently living, you're vibing, you're happy with that. I also feel that for many of you, a lot of you come to me, and this comes up, I swear, in like every reading, there is always one pile that gets the Four of Swords. And I feel like many of you come to me for rest. Like this is maybe your resting time, is when you listen to these videos. And I say that with so much love because I know how hard it can be to let ourselves rest. Okay. My son is in the 6th house. I am like a powerhouse that doesn't know how to rest sometimes. So I feel that many of you do come here for rest, and Spirit wants you to know that you will be able to rest. Like, especially if you've been going, there's going to be, you are going to get some rest before you have to pick up and go again on whatever it is. I feel like many of you have just been asking for a break. Like you just want life to give you a break, and Spirit is saying that that is coming. You're also going to maybe be getting like a surprise money somewhere. I don't think it's going to be like huge. Like you're not getting like a several $1,000 check or anything, but I mean, it could be. It depends on what huge is to you. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles represents like money for sure, but it's not like you're winning the lottery kind of money. It's like you might get like a check in the mail, or maybe like grandma slides you 100 or something like that. I do feel like there's a little bit of money coming your way. I also see that you might be planning a celebration in general, like maybe your birthday is coming up, or you're going to be attending, whether it be virtual or in person, some kind of little celebratory party. Spirit also wants you to know if you've put in for anything like a job interview application, you've submitted work for something, that you're going to be selected for that. I don't know why that, like some of you, I feel like competition is just coming up a lot right now for this reading. And Spirit says that you've put in the work and you don't have to sit and stress about whether you have this in the bag or not, because you do. So I love that for you. Let's go ahead and look at your oracle cards. We have for you the card of Beauty and the card of Harmony. Oh, I love it. Okay. So we have the number 4. Some of you might be seeing repeating 4s right now, especially if we're looking at a new home for you, as we talked about. 4 is the number of foundation, home, and stability. It corresponds to the sign of Cancer. Cancer is the hearth and home sign. So this to me is like a little bit about that as well. If you've been seeing a lot of 4s, like that's a good indication when it comes to housing. But with Beauty, I feel like your looks are going to be getting an upgrade as well. Meaning like, even if you don't do anything, like I'm not talking about like plastic surgery or anything. I mean, if that's your thing, you go Glen Coco. Nobody's going to judge you here. But I feel that like, because you're going to be exuding this like victory confidence from whatever you're putting your energy into, you're actually going to have like, you're going to come across as more beautiful to others because your energy is radiating it through your body. And so when other people see you, you're going to appear more beautiful to them and to yourself. I feel like those of you that struggle with that and like looking at yourself in the mirror and being happy and proud, I feel like this is a blessing that's coming to you. Also with Harmony, this to me also has to deal with like self-harmony. Harmony with yourself. So this like kind of like with what I said, like those of you that struggle to even like look in the mirror at yourself or struggle with like your own body image, this is where you're going to start coming into harmony with that. What you feel on the inside is going to start reflecting on the outside in a positive way. And we also have for you the card of Bloodstone, which says, get up, get moving. So again, I want to remind you that because these are good things, blessings, comfort that's coming to you, if you feel like you're at the end of your rope and you are burnt out, this is not Spirit coming to you and saying, nope, you still have to keep pushing really hard. No, because we have this 4 of Swords. This is the card of rest, the rest that you will get. So this is like an after the resting period. There's going to be a time where you're going to feel energized again to keep going. And I feel like many of you haven't felt this energy for a while. You've been really sitting in this, like, I'm so tired. When is this going to slow down? And I feel like you are going to get such a beautiful, deep, soulful rest that you're going to be ready to get up and move again. And you're going to want to do it. So I'm excited for that for many of you. We also have for you Between Worlds and the card of Breathe. So when we see the card Between Worlds, again, if this is about home, I don't know why housing is coming out. I feel like maybe this is just something that many of you really need to hear right now because you are going through this process. But Between Worlds, this to me is between one house and another. I feel like many of you are really scared. I'm getting this like scared energy of like moving is so stressful and I hate it so much. But Spirit is saying that this is going to be a really relaxed move. You're not going to have people moving in on top of you. You're going to have the time to be a little between worlds for a minute and be able to do like a soft move where you move like a lot of your furniture first and then you can kind of slowly come back and collect other things. I also feel that for many of you, you're just emerging into this next chapter of life. This is something that I feel like is going on cosmically for the collective in general as well, that many of us are emerging into this new chapter that has been slowly blooming for us. And we're now taking like that first step out into it. And I feel like it's going to be beautiful. Like you're going to start seeing the world with more color because it's almost like you get this like childlike wonder sense back to you. You're seeing the world with like new eyes and colors are more vibrant to you and people are happier. You're happier. You're coming into like a very beautiful, harmonious time in life. And with the card of Breathe, this to me just says that you're going to have time to exhale. Many of you have been holding a breath you didn't even know you were holding. And sorry about that noise. If you can hear it, my air fryer's going off. She's making lunch. Taurus has got to eat, okay? But I feel like you're going to have time to exhale and really sink into this being your life. Many of you are scared. Again, this fear keeps coming up. You're scared to even be happy with the things that are happening for you right now and like the good things that have happened because you're afraid that it's all going to get ripped away again like it has in the past. And Spirit is saying, no, this time you don't have to wait for the other shoe to drop. This time it's real and it's for you. So I also have some romance oracle cards for those of you that want to hear a little bit about what's going on romantically for you. So we have the card of Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. We have the card of Express Your Love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And we have Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So pile number 2, those of you that are not in committed relationships and you're looking for love, there is somebody from your past that's going to be resurfacing that you are meant to make a strong connection with. There's chemistry between the two of you, and Spirit is urging you to make the first move with them. Spirit is saying, if you see somebody that you're like, wow, they're really attractive, tell them. Do not wait another day. Tell them and make a move. And this could be somebody that you've even had feelings for a long time ago, like an old school flame or something that is coming back. Don't be afraid to express how you're feeling towards them. And those of you that are in committed relationships and you're like, no, not really into that. If you've had a fight recently, Spirit is saying that that's going to be reconciled for you. There's going to be like this new, beautiful, like almost like another honeymoon phase. You know, we talk about the honeymoon phase in relationships, and I think people often romanticize that phase when in reality, it's a fun time, but your love deepens more and more over time. But sometimes relationships get those little bumps where you get another honeymoon phase and you're just so happy to be around that person 24/7. And I feel that many of you that have been struggling with your partners, you're going to be getting this sense of like, oh, this love feels so new. It feels exciting again. So I'm really excited about that for y'all. And then we also have for you the card of Wildflower. Live an uncontrolled life, free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing. Wherever you're moving to, whether it's like literal or mentally, you're going to feel so much more free. The Chariot to me is also a card of freedom. And then we also have surprises, venture down the rabbit hole. So there are going to be some epic surprises coming your way, and just let spirit bless you. Let it come to you and just accept it. I feel that sometimes we receive things and we're like, oh, no, 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 no. That's too much. I don't need all that. You're like starting to like apologize for receiving a gift from someone. And spirit is saying, no, let us bless you through other people, through your interactions, through having new experiences, going new places, meeting new people that you're attracted to. Let yourself be blessed. All right, that is what I have for you, pile number 2. I love you so much, my pumpkin. Please do not forget, when you stand up in your own authenticity, you empower everyone around you to do the same. And don't forget to follow me on Patreon if you want exclusive content that you can't get anywhere else. We do a minimum of 4 pick-a-cards per month that only go to the Patreon. We have the May prediction out. We have a financial forecast out. I also have my podcast, my Instagram, my TikTok, and if you would like to, it is never an expectation, but always, always appreciated. I have my Cashapp, Venmo, PayPal listed down below for you. I do accept tips for my readings, but again, it is not an expectation. And I love you so much, my pumpkin, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye. All right, pile number 3. I went ahead and put all of your oracle cards on top of our cards that we had in the beginning. But if you chose this pile, you chose a piece of clear quartz. And I want to say that this one is actually a Lemurian quartz, which I love Lemurian quartz. It has very special significance to me because we get into like Lemurians. And if you know something about that, then this might have been the pile for you, my beautiful starseed. But I've been carrying this one around with me like on my person a lot lately. I don't know why. I've just felt very captivated and drawn to it myself. So I thought I would use it today, especially because it's my birthday. I thought I would use one that's been like really personal to me lately. So clear quartz is great. If you are not familiar with crystals, I find that clear quartz is good because it can stand in for any of the other crystals. It can also cleanse your other crystals. It's great for setting an intention. Like if you just want to set an intention with a crystal to carry around with you to remind you of that intention. To me, clear quartz is a good one if you don't know what kind of crystal you want to work with, because again, it's a stand-in for anything. It's kind of like the holy grail of crystals. So we're going to go ahead and put this clear quartz up over here so we can see it. And let's go ahead and see what good things are coming for you, pile number 3. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so we have for you the 9 of Swords. Sorry, I told you I'm hyper today. I've had too much coffee. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords. We have the 6 of Cups. And we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. Pile number 3, I want you to know, with this 9 of Swords, Spirit is saying your time of worrying and doubting yourself is coming to a close. It is time for you to actually start living life the way that you have been trying to manifest it for some time. Let me refocus these cards real quick, just so we can make sure we have... There we go. Just want to make sure it was real clear for you. But when I have a 9 of Swords coming up for something that is like blessings coming, this to me is going to be dissipating. I feel like many of you have done something really magnificent in your life. Like either you've gotten some kind of job, something new has already come to you. But because of the loss that you have suffered prior to this, there might be strong ties to pile number 1 as well. So if this is resonating and you were having a hard time choosing between 1 and 3, definitely go back and listen to pile number 1, because I think we talked about something a little bit similar. But basically, I feel like you have gotten something really good in your life. Maybe it could even be a relationship that has been like really healing. And many of you, because you have had great loss in the past, you're so scared that this good thing is going to be taken away from you. You're so scared of the loss that it's like you're not actually allowing yourself to live. And instead, you're just constantly trying to prepare for the worst thing that could happen. And this is, I think, for anything, for your relationships, for your finances, for your travel. I'm sensing that many of you that chose this pile really have a strong desire to travel, but you feel like maybe the money is like never there, or money constantly goes through your fingers, or that you're not going to be supported in doing so by the universe or by others. Or I feel like there's just a lot of fear, but that is the time that is going to be closing for you. And you're actually going to start manifesting the relationships, the business connections, the supportive family or friends, and the financial abundance to get out there and actually do what you want. And I say that because with the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords, I feel like swords often correspond to air travel. Like that is very common amongst sword energy, like flying by plane somewhere, but it also could be like traveling in a car a long distance. I get the feeling that if you chose this pile, you're somebody that is more of a free spirit, but you feel like you have literally been a caged bird. Like you have not been allowed to fully expand your wings and go where you want to go. And you're so afraid that that isn't going to happen for you. And what Spirit is wanting to assure you of with this reading is that not only are you going to have the finances to do it, the relationships to do it, but it is coming. You're going to be able to have what you need to start planning these trips, to start planning these connections. Maybe you want to go on a trip with someone else, or back to like your childhood hometown. That's somewhere you've always wanted to visit and haven't been able to. I feel that for many of you, you just feel like you've been stuck for a while. And that's why you're not seeing that the good things that have shown up, you're, like I said, it's almost like you're just like choking them because you're afraid that what happened before is going to happen again. And Spirit is saying, no, that earlier situation was here to grow you, to make you be more appreciative of what you have now, and also to put you on a better trajectory of where, like, to put you on to something that is more in alignment with where you are headed in life and the person that you want to be. And it wasn't like you didn't lose something or someone because it was meant to hurt you. It was there to put you on to being more in alignment with your dharma, honestly. And honestly, King of Pentacles, big money energy. King of Pentacles to me is one of the cards in the tarot. I mentioned this in pile number 1 that to me there are 5 cards in the tarot that I can think of specifically that you want to see when it comes to financial abundance. Now, there are more cards than that mean money as well, but the King of Pentacles to me is one of those top 5. The King, the Queen, the 10 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and I can't think of what the other one is right now, but those to me are like big money making cards. And the King of Pentacles is not just making money to sustain yourself, it's making money for the long term. So something that might be coming up for you, if you've started any kind of investments recently, an investment portfolio, or you're wanting to learn about the world of investments, Spirit is also saying that if you are able to do that at this time, it will pay off for you long term. So pay attention to that. And something else I'm hearing for you, pile number 3, is that your communication is going to be very clear coming up. Somebody is maybe going to reach out to you, someone that has hurt you in the past or has said something they shouldn't have, and they're going to be apologizing. And it's almost like this comes out of left field, like you're not ready. You're like, whoa, where I didn't expect that apology to ever come. And someone from your past is wanting to make amends and apologize to you. And this to me is somebody that maybe you grew up around. It could be a mother figure, a family figure, or an old friend, maybe an ex-lover, but I'm really getting more friendship, family vibes from this. But they're wanting to reach out and talk to you so that they can apologize for the things that they've done. And I feel like when that text message or that phone call pops up on your phone, you're also going to get this hit of like, oh my gosh, why are they calling? I don't ever want to speak to them. But ultimately, they are wanting to talk to you so they can apologize for the things that they did or said, and they want to make amends with you. And the 6 of Cups can also be about getting back into a childlike state, childlike wonder. It's a beautiful place to be when the world is just like you're in awe of like the dew on the morning leaves. It's not always an energy that we sit in continuously, but when it hits us, it's this very beautiful energy of everything is wonderful. And I love the Six of Cups for that reason, that it really brings that childlike curiosity, wonder, and fantasy to the table. So I also feel for you, pile number 3, that this might be a good time to start using your communication skills. I feel like you are a strong writer or a strong speaker, and it's a good time for you to start experimenting with that. Maybe you want to start a new Instagram account and start writing like long form posts would be a good place to start for you. I'm hearing that you would have a lot of luck in social media if it's something you've been considering. There's also this like, I feel like many of you have like a beautiful voice, whether it's about like, I think this is somebody, whoever's energy I'm tapping into, this is somebody that gets piles about their voice a lot. Maybe not even from me, but like other tarot card readers, I feel like you've heard this, but you have a very strong voice in terms of either speaking or singing or reading or podcasting, like something about your voice is very intoxicating to other people. And it's important that you start using it in a way that makes you feel good and confident, but can also lift others up. Your voice is really important. And this is just a message to use it. So let's go ahead and see what other blessings we have coming up for you. So we have joy. Love to see it. And we have healing. So many of you, like I said, if you're sitting in this 9 of Swords energy, that's going to be dissipating. You're going to be healing from these past upsets. Old things that happened before are going to be getting cleared up for you. And because of that, this might even be energy that you didn't even realize you were holding on to in your body, because we do have something called the trauma body. I think so many of us think that all of our stuff is stored up in our mind and in our intellect, but your body can hold on to that past pain as well. And I feel that for many of you, a blessing that is coming and worthy of celebration is as you are healing and letting go of these trapped emotions, you're going to make way for more joy in your life. Like you're going to be just happy for like no reason. You'd be like, why do I feel like this? Like, I'm just so happy. I feel so good. So love that. We also have for you Angel Aura Quartz with Lighten Up. So even your energy body is going to be getting lighter as you work on this healing. And it's not even work. I feel like these are things that are going to come in really naturally. You're not even really trying to like pick it apart, I don't think. But you are going to be getting healing. Now, this is also a message coming in from your angels. They are saying that they have also been working with you to heal you. So if you have like a specific angel that you like to reach out to or work with, I would definitely make an offering to them, or maybe light an incense for them, a candle, put out something for them, and just give thanks to them, because they have actually been working with your body. They have been like, basically, I'm seeing like green energy being like surrounding you. And it has been like, you've literally been getting like an energy cleanse. So if you've been feeling lighter, it's not just because of like the things that have been happening in the physical, but even in like the ethereal, you have been getting energy healings. So that's beautiful. And it's actually making you lighter. You feel lighter physically as well as energetically. So we also have for you Treasure Island. And we have for you Exchanging Gifts. Is it y'all's birthday too? Y'all that chose this pile, is it your birthday too? Or do you know somebody that you're giving gifts to? I feel like this looks like birthday gifts to me. And that's funny because, like I said, this is going out on my birthday. So you're going to be getting some gifts from people though. Maybe somebody's going to be sending you something in the mail, or you're going to be exchanging gifts in person. Many of you might even be adding a new family animal to your family, or you're just going to be like adopting a kitten or a puppy, or, you may also be adopting like a smaller animal. For some of you, I'm actually seeing, honestly, I saw a bird. Some of you might be adopting a bird. But that's obviously a very specific and only for some of you, but there is going to be like a gift exchanging coming. And it's something that I feel like you've asked for, that you've really wanted for a while. And with Treasure Island coming out, this again is just more gifts. You literally have so many gifts flooding into you. That's why I was like, is it your birthday month too? Are you getting a bunch of gifts right now? I feel like gifts from like unlikely people too are coming in. And this also to me is like the gift of something, like almost like a skill. Like if there's somebody that wants to like help mentor you also could be coming through, that you're getting a gift of like having an extra skill or honing a skill because somebody wants to teach you. Maybe it's this person that wants to apologize to you. They have something that you could learn from them. And with Treasure Island, I feel like this is just getting gifts from an unlikely place, because we literally have a turtle and a treasure chest being shown to us here. When are you ever going to be out in the middle of the ocean and you just see a turtle with like, hey, here's this treasure chest for you? You know, it's gifts from unlikely people in unlikely places. So I do have some romance cards for you as well coming up. These are both if you are in a relationship or you're looking for a relationship. I'll try to gauge information for both of y'all's. But we have romantic feelings for you. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. We have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. And we have let your friendships help you, ask for and accept support from others. So I feel like some of you are possibly going to be having romantic feelings for someone new, but you need to be talking to your friends about this. And I feel like your friends really do have your best interests at heart. They're not just like standing by and being jealous or catty. They really do have your best interests at heart, and they want to see you thrive in a relationship, those of you that are single. And so ask your friends what they think, and be prepared to hear what that answer is, though, because if it's, oh my gosh, go for it, get out there, flirt, do the romantic things, then like, listen to that. I feel like your friends are a really good judge of character and they want to help you in that. Now, if you're somebody that's in a committed relationship and it could be that you and your partner are just getting a little bit more flirtatious, adding a little more romance back into the relationship. Maybe they bring you home a gift randomly and that kind of like sparks some chemistry between you. I feel that in any case, you're maybe going to be having, I've talked about this in like every pile today, but we have the sign of Jupiter going back into Pisces. Pisces is a deeply hopeless romantic. And so I feel like for the collective, we're heading into a more romanced time of life for a little while. And so to get an increase of this energy, I feel like is to be expected. But I feel like maybe you want to plan something romantic for your significant other and get your friends in on it. Tell them to bring a camera and take like secret pictures, not in a creepy way. Oh, my computer just made a crazy noise. Sorry about that if you heard it. But get your friends to like have a secret camera and like get like a romantic picnic shot of the two of you or something. I feel like your friends want to help you bring your vision to life romantically, regardless of what the situation is. And then my last two cards that I have for you, pile number 3, we have joy, make time for the little things today. And we have weed, don't tolerate less than you deserve. Now, some of y'all I'm going to be real, might just be getting the gift of weed from someone, if that's your jam. I feel like that is such like a taboo subject in today's realm. I personally do not partake in this, but I support people that do. I have plenty of people in my life that I love that do. And I feel like it is a plant, but some of you might just be getting a gift of that. And, have joy for the little things today. Have joy. I feel like this reading is really about bringing you back to grounding yourself into the present. And the more that you can do that, the lighter you are going to feel. The hard times in your life are over. At least for now. I feel like, yes, we have adversity. Everybody does. I can't sit here and promise you that you're never going to face adversity again. But I feel like these really hard times and worries and upsets and fears that you've been living in are going to be being alleviated for you. And that is really the biggest blessing that's coming your way, with lots of other little intricacies mixed in. But pile number 3, I hope this reading helps you out. Please do not forget, when you stand up in your own authenticity, you empower everyone around you to do the same. Check out my Instagram, my podcast, my TikTok. I also offer exclusive pick a cards on my Patreon that you cannot get anywhere else. So if you want to become a patron and support my work, I would absolutely love to have you over there. And all the cards are linked down below. And if you should choose to do so, it is never an expectation, but always appreciated. I have my Cashapp, Venmo, and PayPal listed down below. I do accept tips for my readings, but again, it is never an expectation. I love you so much, my pumpkin, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.